The Provisional Administration of South Ossetia is an administrative body that Georgia regards as the legal government of South Ossetia. The administration was set up by the Georgian government as a transitional measure leading to the settlement of South Ossetia's status. As of 2007, Georgia is proposing the status of autonomous republic within the Georgian state. The area mainly lies within the Shida Kartli region. History: the Salvation Union of South Ossetia was founded in October 2006 by the ethnic Ossetians who were outspoken critics and presented a serious opposition to secessionist authorities of Eduard Kokoiti. The group, headed by the former defense minister and then prime minister of secessionist government Dmitry Sanikoev, organized the so-called alternative presidential election on November 12, 2006, parallel to those held by the secessionist authorities in Skin Valley. High voter turnout was reported by the Alternative Electoral Commission, which estimated over 42,000 voters from both Ossetian and Georgian communities of South Ossetia, and Sanikoev reportedly received 96% of the votes. Another referendum was organized shortly after, asking for the start of negotiations with Georgia on a federal arrangement for South Ossetia received 94% support. However, the Salvation Union of South Ossetia turned down a request from a Georgian NGO, Multinational Georgia, to monitor it, and the released results were very likely to be inflated. The President of the Republic of South Ossetia, declared before God and nation that I will protect the interests of the South Ossetian people. I will take care of the security, well-being and revival of South Ossetia and its people, Dmitry Sanikoev said in his presidential oath, which he gave in the Ossetian and Georgian languages during the inauguration ceremony held on December 1, 2006. Soon after Sanikoev formed his government, appointing Urazmag Karkasov as Prime Minister, Gemel Karkasov as Interior Minister and Mayachigo Boshvili as Foreign Minister. This is a historic day. A year ago no one could imagine that South Ossetian flags could appear here in the Georgian populated village. Vladimir Sanikoev, co-founder of the Salvation Union of South Ossetia, said, "There were a large number of Ossetian flags also used by the South Ossetian secessionist authorities, flown alongside the Georgian flag in Kurta, near Skin Valley. South Ossetian flags are usually displayed in Skin Valley by the separatist-controlled territories of the breakaway region alongside of the Russian national flag." Both the central Georgian government and Sanikoev's administration considers any negotiations with Kokoiti's government meaningless because of its dependence on Moscow. On the other hand, the Skin Valley leadership and a majority of South Ossetians in the areas it controls dismiss Sanikoev as a traitor and perceive that Georgia wants to force a settlement on its own terms, having little respect for their aspirations and fears. Initially, the entity of Sanikoev was known as the Alternative Government of South Ossetia, but during the course of 2007 the central authorities of Georgia decided to give it official status, and on April 13 the formation of Provisional Administration of South Ossetia was announced. On May 10, 2007, Dmitry Sanikoev was appointed head of the Provisional Administration in South Ossetia. For the first time since the fall of Soviet Union, the former Ossetian secessionist leader gave a speech in the Georgian parliament on May 11, 2007. In his speech in Ossetian language, Sanikoev mentioned about the armed conflict which ignited the region in early 90s. He also mentioned that Sanikoev also mentioned that despite of his high-level position in the South Ossetian secessionist authorities as Prime Minister, he failed to build confidence between the two sides and make a breakthrough in the conflict resolution process, because it was beyond my powers. As for current situation, Sakharov mentioned that Tskhinvali secessionist authorities take instruction from foreign supervisors who try to thwart confidence building and provoke hostilities between the two people. Our Ossetian children grow up in an environment of endless conflict, under constant stress and tension. They don't know what is going on beyond checkpoints. We are losing entire generations. I will not allow it. We should not allow it, he added. This is our current challenge. This is our current goal, to create a new Ossetia, strong and delightful, free of violence, an Ossetia of free people. Many European and US observers and ambassadors who were present during Sanakov's speech welcomed his proposition and initiatives. On June 15, 2007, European Union, European Parliament and OSCE supported Georgian initiative for conflict settlement in South Ossetia. EU issued the following statement: the EU welcomes the Georgian government's invitation to the South Ossetian society as a whole, i.e. representatives of all political forces and local groups, to participate actively in discussions on progress towards peaceful conflict resolution. The EU mission had met with both Sanakov and Kokoet in January 2007. Per Eklund, head of the European Commission delegation to Georgia, said that none of the two alternatives do we consider legitimate. On July 13, 2007, Georgia set up a state commission, chaired by the Prime Minister Zurab Noghaideli, to develop South Ossetia's autonomous status within the Georgian state. According to the Georgian officials, the status will be elaborated within the framework of an all-inclusive dialogue with all the forces and communities within the Ossetian society. 2008 war. On August 8, 2008, the same day as the 2008 Olympic Games officially commenced, Georgian armed forces moved forward to take control of Tskhinvali. In the next few days, Russian troops pushed back the Georgian army out of South Ossetia and moved farther, occupying Gori and Georgia proper. Following the end of hostilities, the Federation Council of Russia called an extraordinary session for August 25, 2008 to discuss recognition of Abkhazia and South Ossetia. On August 25, the Federation Council unanimously voted to ask the Russian president to recognize independence of South Ossetia and Abkhazia. The Russian parliament voted in favor of this motion the following day. This unilateral recognition by Russia was met by condemnation from some members of the United Nations and from NATO, the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe, and the European Council, due to the violation of Georgia's territorial integrity, of numerous United Nations resolutions on Abkhazia and of international law.